This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at BioMaryland's booth at the Bio International 2014 here in San Diego. I have with me Dr. Benjamin Shapiro of Otomagnetics. It's a private company. Dr. Shapiro, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you for having me on the show.
It's good to have you. Now, let's get right into it. Tell us about Otomagnetics.
So Otomagnetics is a company that magnetically delivers drugs. So essentially what we have is a way of, we have a syringe, but instead of using a needle, we use magnetic forces to deliver drugs to hard-to-reach locations.
Do you penetrate the skin?
We can penetrate the skin. A lot of the applications we're focused on right now are places where people would rather not have needles, so we can deliver drugs into the eye without having to stick a needle into the eye. We can deliver drugs into ear compartments without having to do tympanostomy tubes in children, without having to puncture somebody's eardrum or window membranes. So essentially we have a topical, non-invasive method of delivering drugs in precise topical doses.
So in other words, you're also competing with companies that are developing technologies that still have to do the needle into the eye, ocular, and then are time released. So what you're saying is your delivery system is better than all other delivery systems, especially in areas that you don't want to use the normal methods that are doing it today.
Well, we can combine. So the folks that do time release, we can do time release as well. So some of the drugs that have time release, or the gels, we basically provide a better delivery system. So those same folks that are trying to get drugs into the eye, we offer them an advantage, and we're happy to partner. That's the reason we're here. We're happy to partner with companies and allow them to deliver their therapeutics into, for example, the eye, but without having to subject the patient to a needle in the eye.
So you are really the best of all worlds, in my opinion. I'm not trying to flavor this in any way, but I from doing other interviews with companies similarly in your sector, your delivery system may be a tremendous breakthrough.
Yeah, I mean, so that's why we commercialize this out of my lab. We feel that there's just a huge need for this, and it's good for things like eye diseases. It's good for things like ear diseases. Anytime. So if you get something like, if you take an aspirin, and you take an aspirin systemically, that's fine because the side effects of aspirin are low, and it's okay to take a systemic dose of aspirin. But if you're trying to deliver something for a person that has a drug that you need to get a high amount and you can't tolerate systemic toxicity, this allows you to precisely deliver small amounts of drugs, and you can get all the therapeutic benefit without any of the systemic toxicity that you would otherwise have. So yeah, absolutely.
So why Maryland?
Well, you know, I'm out of the University of Maryland. We started the technology from the University of Maryland. The state has been really good to us. We've gotten a lot of funding support from the state. And my home is here, and our technology is here, so it's just perfect for us.
So how soon will this be on the market for complete use by medical men and women?
So it's a good question, thank you. We're doing preclinical studies right now. We hope to get to first-in-man studies in the next year and a half, 2 years. And then after that, FDA regulatory approval, and then to market. So it's a process that any biotechnology company has to go through, but we have a great technology and we're quite far along.
What's the number one target disease you're working towards using your delivery system?
Well, there's a couple, but the first one we're going after is an orphan designation to cure sudden hearing loss in patients who suddenly lose their hearing. Additional applications are things like protection for chemotherapy patients to save their hearing, and then of course protection for the eye and drug delivery to people who lose their sight for macular degeneration and things like that.
What's your background?
I'm originally an engineer by training. I'm now a bioengineering faculty at the University of Maryland, and did a lot of mathematics and engineering, and I'm happy to work with a business team and learn about biology and bring the technology out to clinical use.
I have one more question.
Absolutely.
I have more, but this one in particular.
This one's the important one.
How does magnetism come into it?
So magnetism allows... It's something that gets used a lot. It's safe. People go to MRIs. People know what magnetism is. It's something that it allows us to do a touch-free application of forces. So unlike other methods, it provides non-invasive effective forces that people are familiar with and that are safe to be able to deliver our therapy.
What is your website?
It's www.otomagnetics.com. So it's www.otomagnetics.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Benjamin Shapiro, Otomagnetics. It's a private company. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive. We're coming to you from BioMaryland's booth at Bio International 2014, right here in lovely downtown San Diego. Thanks for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you so much.